Hi, everyone. This is Gail Scott, Galactic Channeler. And today I want to bring you a message about the quantum field that we're living in and the changes that are coming down the pipeline. It's very exciting, and I really love this message that's come through. So they started off telling me that, our lives are fraught with challenges. And so describing the quantum field that we've been living in for a very long time. This is not a new concept. This is something that I have talked about many, many times about how difficult it's been for us for, hundreds and hundreds of years because of the level of energy that we've been living in. So their comment on that was that it was designed that way for us. That in the quantum field, there are multiple opportunities, patterns, waves. And we know now with quantum physics that wherever we focus, this is the pattern that we see. This is the point of attraction that we have, let's say. And that's where our consciousness sits, is in that level of focus. So sometimes you might think that you don't actually have any choice in what is in your reality. But what they're telling me is that that's simply just been the limit of our consciousness up to this point. We've been existing at a certain vibrational level energetically for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And now we're going through this shift, this change. And that limitation that we've been living with around what we could see, what we could experience, what we could feel, what we could focus on, what we could create, what we could experience, that it was all designed for us to have that kind of variety in our experience so that we as human beings would have a certain level of experience, and that the energy of that experience up till now was around challenge. It was around fear, difficult experiences, a lot of negativity, and really just kind of one side of the coin of what we could experience in life. It was designed that way so that we would have those experiences, but now the field is changing. The quantum field is changing for us because the energy level is shifting. And so when the energy level shifts, for us in our bodies and our level of consciousness and in the environment around us, we then begin to be able to focus on new things, different things, things that we didn't see before. So the perfect example of that is you buy yourself a red car, and all of a sudden you see tons of red cars that look exactly like your red car, which you never saw before. So that means that at a certain vibrational level, you've shifted into a new paradigm, and now you're able to access all of that information that's at that very similar vibrational level. And so what they're saying is, because the vibration is up leveling, we're actually going to be moving out of that challenging environment, that negative, fear-based, difficult place, into a much smoother, more coherent kind of energy field. And that we've been waiting for this for a really long time. It's something that we've been wanting as a species, as a level of consciousness, let's say. And we knew it was coming in a sense because we've already experienced it. And so that might seem a little confusing. How can we possibly have experienced something that we haven't experienced before? But when we look at the level of consciousness, consciousness has experienced everything at different stages, in different dimensions, in different paradigms. So we're just simply tapping into the vibrational level that is all happening, all in the now. And so now we get to consciously, in this paradigm, in this reality field, let's say, tap into other paradigms, other reality fields, and bring them forward, in a sense, into our current reality. It's what we've wanted. It's what we've been seeking, and it's here. They gave me the analogy of weather, and they said, you won't understand it to begin with, because it's as if we've been walking around in the rain and all of a sudden the rain doesn't stop, but it gets less. It's not raining quite so hard. But it takes a little time for us to actually notice that it's not raining as hard. And eventually the rain stops and things dry up. And so we've been, in a sense, living in this huge rainstorm, full of challenges, full of difficult experiences, full of fear. We have no idea what it's like to be in a dry environment, except that deep, deep, deep down at a cellular ancestral level, we do, on a certain multi-dimensional level. We have access to that memory bank, let's say, of experience. And so here we are, we're shifting our consciousness level to a different vibration. And now we're aware that it's not raining quite as hard, that things are not so difficult. So what do you do to kind of move forward into this more dry environment, let's say less challenging situations? You have to manage this process of quantum change. And the way that you do that is you have to recognize that these challenges, these fearful situations they're moving out of your field. And when you stay in your head and you run by your ego, you're going to focus on those a lot more. So let's say with this rain analogy, it's going to be raining a lot harder when you're in that place. But if you can drop into your heart energy, if you can let go of what you think your reality is, and you can trust that inner being that is your all-knowing, then you're going to begin to experience a little bit of a change in your environment. First of all, you'll begin to notice the challenges with more detachment, let's say. You'll see that, oh, I can choose now to focus on this really difficult experience, and I can choose to react to it. I can choose how I'm going to be in this experience. Now, what they're telling me is that because this vibrational shift that is happening is kind of morphing and changing, it's not an overnight change. It's not like 1 minute it's pouring and the next minute it stops. No, there's this gradual shifting over from wet to dry. This is just the metaphor that they're using. And so what happens is that you get to choose how you want to be in this shift from these different places. So, for example, you're playing the game of life, and you're the one that makes the choices on what to focus on. You're the one that decides how you're going to react. You're the one that says, how am I going to be with this particular circumstance? Am I going to hold on to grudges and anger and be annoyed and I didn't get my way or whatever, or be really entrenched in the idea that you have no control and that other people are controlling you, or you have no choice? Or are you going to begin to realize that you have the ability to choose how to be in the world? So this is a bit of a new concept for humanity to understand that, it's not a new statement. We're not human doings, we're human beings. And it's certainly not a new philosophy that we're being in the world. But we get to understand ourselves much better now as we move forward into this new vibrational field, into this new world, into this new paradigm. And we're going to kind of go through a bit of a fog as we're going through this, because you've had and I've had all of these experiences, and we have lived these difficult things, this energy field, these challenges, this idea that it's constantly difficult and we should be afraid and there's scarcity and all of that. that's been our current reality for a really, really, really long time. And so as we begin to notice that if I think this way, or if I react this way, or I choose this way, or I focus on this, it can actually feel very different. And definitely it's a challenge to even go through that kind of a shift. But that's what's coming. That's what's beginning to happen on the platform, in this paradigm. We have an opportunity now to move forward in this world in a very different way from the way that we have in the past. Now, you might not notice your patterns. You might not notice the programs that you run. You might not notice your belief systems, but you're going to feel a little shift happening where it's going to be easier. You're not going to be so afraid. You're going to see that maybe there's another way to look at something, or there's a different possibility. You're going to notice that about yourself and about other people, and it's going to become easier, where you'll have these moments of awareness that you never had before, and you'll see, oh, I could think this way, or I could do this instead. So these changes are going to happen kind of step by step. It's not going to happen instantly, because that would just be too overwhelming for us. So instead, we'll be given the opportunity to see these new things. And it's not as much about what you do, but it's about who are you becoming. There'll be opportunities to do this based on how you react to things, on how you have an emotional experience around something, about what your vibration is. Are you in the head? Are you running your programs? Are you in the place where you always are? Are you always telling the same old stories? Are you thinking the same thoughts? Or are you able to kind of take a step back, get into your heart, ask your spirit to guide you, to help you? That's what it's there for. And it wants to work with you. It really wants to. And when you can be in that energy, it's more an energy of love. And of course, it's not the romantic Disney love that we know about. It's this deep, free, beautiful experience where we revere ourselves and others. And we realize that we're all in it together. We're all actually the same, and we're all in it. So how do we find this new coherence in the quantum field? Well, we're going to be given glimpses of recognition of ourselves and with others, where we feel this coherence now, because there's going to be more and more coherence in the field, and the heart is the energy of coherence. And so you're going to find that as you move forward, as you can drop out of your head and all of that busyness that goes on there and all the beliefs that you think are true, and really open up to maybe there's a different way to look at something, you'll find that those challenges, that rain will actually dissipate in your life. And eventually it'll be gone forever, because that's the new paradigm that we're moving into. Now, not everyone will be able to do this. Not everyone is ascending, as we say in the spiritual world. Not everyone is going to shift their vibration to move through this journey. But for those of you who do, you will notice this shift. You'll notice this increase in vibrational level, which means that you'll feel better. That's what happens when your vibration rises. You go into better feeling emotions, better feeling thoughts. And then even if you're standing in the midst of a challenge, in the midst of a major rainstorm, you're okay with it. It's not going to hit you quite as hard. You'll have hope. You'll feel more balanced. You'll still enjoy the experience. You know, that's the game of life. That's what we're here for. But it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And eventually over time, it's going to smooth out. And you'll find that as experiences come to you, you'll be able to kind of move through them. And you'll see that there's a cleaning up happening, that there's all of these changes coming through, and that's kind of the journey that we're on right now as we transition through these vibrational upgrades. So this requires you, if you're up for the challenge, to kind of begin to be ready to be different in the world. And you have to help yourself through this. Nobody's going to do it for you. The best way that you can do that is through getting still, meditating, becoming more still, and finding that coherence with your soul, with your spirit in meditation, and realize that, you can practice this on a daily basis. Get quiet and be with yourself and let go of what doesn't matter and breathe and connect to your heart. And you'll really find the coherence in the field easier and easier as you do that. It'll be less disruptive. And then your way of being in the world will actually be easier. This is a phenomenal message that's come through. It really is going to help you to understand how to be different in the world. After the transmission of the channeling message, which I explained in this video, there is a Starlight language transmission that is here to assist you. So listening to that particular Starlight language transmission allows you to access a resonance in the field that really will soften and clear any kind of vibrational blips or sharpness or edges in your field. And it will bring you forward into this new place of vibration with more ease, and it will help you. So if you choose to, you can listen to the actual channeled message with the Starlight transmission on mixcloud.com/Bosie International. That's where that recording is going to be. And as you do that, that energy that is coming through those key codes will be creating a new field for you to create a smoother, vibrational, softer environment for you to be able to go through these changes. So that is their gift to you through me, and they are supporting us. All of my guides are supporting us as we go through these shifts in the quantum field. So we really understand that these are fantastic times. And if you choose to be a part of it, you can really elevate your vibration. And that means that you'll feel better, and you won't be so afraid, and you won't be so confused, and you'll feel better in every moment. And isn't that what this is all about? This is where we're going. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm calling this particular video, your quantum field change is coming, because that is what's happening. So enjoy this. If you like to read the actual channeled transcript, it's on my website, on my blog page, bosieinternational.com. Have a look at that. And until next time, enjoy these changes that we're going through. And if you need assistance with any of that, please get help for that. There's lots of people out there, including myself, who can help you transition through these changes. So thank you so much. Once again, my name is Gail Scott. My website is bosieinternational.com. All the links are below. And have fun out there in this dissipating rain, and welcoming newer, better, happier, smoother times ahead. Thank you so much for watching.